early. He's got a hot date, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we don't know. He just disappears. He's got to go.
I was looking at this uh, coverage map of this ham pager deal. There's actually a lot of offline. If you go, all the red is tower transmitters that are offline, but the coverage still isn't great if you zoom in.
So the green ones are the only ones that are live.
That are online and being used. And then there's a way, so you could only show online transmitters, and then you only show the wide coverage transmitters, and you see how 2 of them or 3 of them disappeared. So those are your higher powered. So it's a growing system.
Yeah.
But the Europeans have embraced it more than we have. So,
well, if that's real time, then you're talking about what? Germany's 9 hours. Oh, well, actually, it's 6 hours from you guys. So it would be close to midnight there right now. A little after midnight, actually.
Yeah, about midnight. Well, yeah. Yeah, so they can send a time sync so that all the pages are synced to the same time. And one of the time pulses that they send is Germany local time, and that confused me forever. So I had to switch to UTC because they only give you Germany local time or UTC.
Okay.
That's nice of them.
This sounds to me like it's somewhat German centric.
Well, the Germans are the ones that developed it, and they're trying to spread it out to the rest of,
The world.
Yeah. So it's definitely more Europeans, more Germans than anywhere else. But even over here on the America side, which I'm showing just the transmitters online and just the wide coverage transmitters right now. But if we take that off, you see there's a number of people using it. They're just not on or together. The coverage here is really, really bad.
Are there any in California?
Probably. Here. Hang on. Let me get this so it renders better.
Well, they got Las Vegas covered, and Reno. Oh, some in the Bay Area, but a lot of them don't seem to be running. So,
Yeah, looks like you've got some in LA and Long Beach, maybe.
Well, I'm about 500 miles north of there, north and east, north and west of there.
With the right antenna, maybe.
Yeah, right.
San Jose, San Francisco. Ray's back. Yeah, it looks like there's some. It's just not embraced in the States very well.
Going to be my Zoom meeting master.
Oh, hey Ray.
Hello. So my daughter and I are driving up to Dayton. She wants to look at some cars. So this is a hands-free Zoom meeting because my daughter is in control of the video system. So,
Where's the raccoon?
where's the raccoon? I don't have the raccoon yet. I'll get him.
Okay.
Has Vicente found one? Did he catch one yet?
Do what?
Did Vicente kill him? Did Vicente kill a raccoon yet?
Oh, we haven't heard from him. He vanished. I think he's been confiscated by his wife for transitional duties. He's moving to the new hacienda,
Yeah.
so he may be kind of busy.
I've been so busy with family and business that I have not gotten a chance to use my new programmer and chips yet. I figured I wanted to spend some time with Vicente and see if he can tell me what software he's using to design boards. I have an evil board that I want to make.
Uh-oh.
I want to make something that runs on like a hearing aid battery and something we can clip to a curtain to turn somebody's television on and off at random times.
That definitely
That
qualifies as evil.
Yeah. Wouldn't you like your television to just turn on and off sometimes?
I'd love to have it just turn off forever,
Well,
but my wife wouldn't be very happy.
We were Zooming with the grandkids, and she told Google to turn our TVs on for us.
oh, the grandkids told them on, turn them on?
Yeah, that was.
Hey,
It was
Google, turn the TV on.
I couldn't believe that
Oh, Lord.
it worked, but it worked. I was like, ah.
That came from what is it, Conan O'Brien or somebody on the late night show? He had his Alexa talk to his Google, talk to the Alexa, talk to the Google, set an alarm all the way up. Play this music.
I saw one of the early ones when they first released them, where they set them up to do calendar events, and it kept saying
Yep.
whatever, yeah, over and over and over again.
Yeah. Hey, Google, turn the volume up. Hey, Google. It was good. What you got?
Got the new radio.
You did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi. Which one is that?
That is a Anytone 578 dual band DMR radio for the mobile.
DMR. And now, Leroy doesn't like to spend money, but somehow he's decided that these radios are pretty freaking cool.
Somehow.
He's got a watch with it, Ray.
Yeah. Hey Ray, it's even
Yes, sir.
worse. I think pagers are cool now too.
No.
Yeah, it's a ham radio pager. Seriously,
What's that for?
for sending pages or to getting pages. You're gonna have to go back and watch the video. I already sent myself a page.
Okay. I guess I'll have to send that to my son. Get him a little pager. What does it cost?
That pager was $70,
Oh Lord!
and the little hotspot to make it work was like $50.
How close do you have to be to the hotspot?
Hotspot's only like a quarter of a watt or something, so
Does it go through the SMS system or through ham radio?
it's its own system. But if more people would sign up and use the hotspots, then you could get the pages wherever. But not enough
So
people
you're
are
trying to
using
create
it.
a huge network.
Yeah, it's a European system. It's a German system, and they're using it a lot in Germany, but it's not big here in the States.
So what would it be used for here in the States? Like a restaurant
No,
to tell people to come back into the restaurant?
no, it's a ham radio thing. I've been having people will page me and say, hey, get on DMR on TAC group, TAC 310 or Ohio Talk Group or whatever. And so if I'm in the house and I'm not really paying attention to the radio, they can just page me and say, hey, I'm here.
Okay.
I know.
Sounds like a toy.
A fun toy.
Well, I've been thinking about buying another 3D printer from Micro Center.
Okay.
It's the one that they got the dual extruder, $500 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want one.
Uh,
I want it for home. I got one at work. I just want one for home.
which is it, the Flash Forge or is it the Monoprice?
I think it's the Flash Forge. It's got a little LCD screen on the front, bottom right. It looks like it's a real clone of the MakerBot 2X.
Yeah.
It's about $540 after discount. I've seen some real mixed reviews where, you know, people say this thing sucks and other people say this thing's great, and other people say not a first timer type 3D printer. And I know that, you know, whenever you buy a 3D printer, it's not a microwave oven. You can't just, you know, slap some cleaner in it and, you know, hey, you're good to go. Run the next print. You have to take care of those things. You have to give them regular maintenance, tweaking and tuning. But for the most part, my MakerBot has been fantastic, you know, over the years. You know, a few times the filament was old or whatever, and it just didn't work great. But for the most part, I've done very well with my printer.
I was looking that the Flash Forge is on sale right now for $479. They don't have any more of the Monoprice ones.
Is that the dual extruder Flash Forge?
It's a dual extruder, yeah.
Black. It's fully enclosed. It's got a cover on the top.
Yeah. It says power spec on it, but it's a Flash Forge.
I think that's it.
I bought the Monoprice one, and I've used it 2 or 3 times. I really haven't found any good use for it. So.
Is yours a single extruder? Dual extruder? What is it?
Dual extruder. It's my 5th 3D printer, and I just haven't. I find more use out of the single extruder printers than that dual one. I thought I would use it a
Even
lot.
on mine, my other one is a dual extruder, but even on that one, I only use one extruder at a time most of the time.
Yeah.
It's just I only have one 3D printer right now, and that one's plenty good enough for all the other stuff I make.
I thought I would use it a lot.
You don't need to use two filaments, do you? No, I don't need it for two filaments at one time.
No,
Well, why do you have 5 3D printers?
I don't know. Seemed like a good thing to do. That was the one of the rare successful prints off of that dual extruder.
The rare successful. Okay.
Yeah, it keeps extruding material over top of other material where it doesn't belong. They turn out, but I don't have one of the failed prints. I had one of the failed ones, and you would see little specks of black on the white side and little specks of white on the black side.
Yeah.
I finally figured out how to fix that.
What was your solution?
Building walls really close to the print. So the extruders would hit the wall first before they extruded new material. Kind of like a self-cleaning deal.
Okay, I see what you mean. So you didn't go back and change any parameters that said like a drawback, where it actually sucks the filament back into the extruder?
That is the problem with that particular printer. Their software is horrible, and it only works with their software. So, no.
What
We ought
about
to include
like
other
importing different designs?
We ought to include other people. We're hogging the thing up with 3D printers and weird stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. What else is going on there, guys?
Not much.
That's you guys.
Round robin. Let's see what else is going on with everybody.
What you got, Art? Anything going on?
Oh, well, my new little robot gizmo I built
man.
up. I haven't yet loaded the software. I screwed up a little bit. It came, as frequently happens with stuff from China, with absolutely no instructions. It showed.
Is that made of?
Yeah.
Looks like acrylic.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. Is that acrylic?
This is the brand.
Omniduino. Okay.
So at any rate, I got it all assembled, but since it had these, what do they call them, make 'em wheels on them, as you can
Omni wheels?
Um,
Mecanum wheels?
yeah, Mecanum wheels. So at any rate, since I've never used the Mecanum wheels before, I had a learning curve, shall we say. To rephrase that, I screwed up the first one because they come as two separate pieces. You got the wheel, and then you got a hub. Hello?
Yeah, that was me. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Got a
Love the
hub
wheel.
that snaps into the wheel. Unfortunately, they aren't keyed in any way, so you can snap them in either way, except that if you snap them in the wrong way, they don't go all the way in. But the other half of the story is that once snapped in, they're unremovable. So the first one I snapped in backwards, and then that's the part that shoves on the shaft. Well, it doesn't go all the way in. So what happens is when you put the wheel with the hub on the shaft of the motor, it sticks outboard about, well, I don't know, a centimeter or so. So I've got one screwed up wheel is the bottom line message. So I've got to find a place I can buy a replacement fourth wheel. I got down the learning curve pretty quickly because I only screwed it up the first time. So anyway, I have not loaded the software yet, so that's my project for this next week. I've had several internet problems with clients and actually with myself as well. Comcast, which is our local cable company here, well, it's actually not local, it's more on the West Coast than the East Coast, has been having dropouts. So for a couple of hours in the middle of the night last night, I completely lost internet connectivity. And interestingly enough, we've got our TV on that as well. So this one, the TV went out as well. The TV cable went out as well as the broadband cable. I got a hunch what happened was that somebody hit a telephone pole someplace or another. We've got a lot of above ground cabling in this area. It's an older area where a lot of telephone poles still exist. So at any rate, bottom line is we lost cable TV, which is fine with me. But we also lost broadband and I couldn't connect to anything. I couldn't do any customer backups or whatever. So that was pretty irritating. Fortunately, they got it back up sometime around 3 o'clock in the morning and I was able to complete some client work. So at any rate, that's the excitement for the week. Hopefully that is the last internet problem I'll have for a while. We've been noticing some flakiness.
You should get together with Leroy. You should get together with Leroy and have him draw out some of those Mecanum wheels and 3D print them. I went to visit a friend of mine in North Carolina, and we were learning how to use Fusion 360. And I sat there with Fusion 360, and I designed I think it was a 5-wheel Mecanum wheel, and something that we could 3D print and put onto a robot. So I'm wanting to put a Mecanum wheel onto my existing the little Tiki motor, yellow motors, and I think that'll be fun.
Well, there's only one catch with that. I have to send it to him. I'm in California, so it's not like
Oh, okay. Well, you could probably measure up stuff, and we'll send you some designs, and we'll draw up something for you.
Well,
I won't hold it against you that you're in California.
That's well, I don't hold it against you. You're in Ohio, so we're even. In any case, seems to me the simpler solution is just find a vendor that already has them and buy one. Over the years, I've done a number of projects.
That's no fun.
I've done a number of projects where I spent weeks or months building something up and walked into Home Depot and found it available for $10 on one of the end caps. So my first solution to every problem is look for a commercial purchasable solution that's reasonable. As I say, I've done a number of projects where I probably spent a few $1,000s, maybe $10,000 or so of my time building something which turned out to already be commercially available. So my first solution is always buy them. I don't know, I'm sure they have vendors for macadam wheels. These are obviously commercial wheels that the robot designer has used. I just need to track them down. That's all.
What size are those wheels? They're pretty small, right? They're
Well, if I had a guess, I would say they're an inch and a half. Take a look. Let me get it in front of the camera there.
yeah.
Pretty small. So what I was doing was I was buying stainless steel nails from Home Depot. A whole patch of like 100 of them, and those are the shafts for the macadam wheel, the outer roller, and then I was just 3D printing everything else.
So there you go. Can you see that in the?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably an inch and a half, something like that. And then I'll turn it this way. You can see what the rollers look like. Now these were pre-assembled. The only thing I had to assemble was the hub that goes into them.
Those are some nice gearbox motors.
I'm sorry?
Those are nice gearbox motors.
Oh, you can see the gearbox motors there?
Yeah, I was able to see those. Omniduino, right?
Omniduino.
Okay. I'll put a marker for me to buy one of those.
That one right there's uses the TT motors.
Yeah. Now your macadam are open hub.
Yeah. Mine are also more closer to about 2 inches.
Closer to what?
About 2 inches.
Hey, Leroy, let's get together and redesign those wheels.
Is it bigger diameter, you're saying?
Yeah, just slightly, but yours may be 2 inches too. So.
Hey, Leroy, are yours metal or are they all plastic?
The rollers are rubber, but the other things are. It's metal.
Yeah, the hubs on this are plastic. I assume that the shafts are metal. And I just found a ruler, and it looks like.
Okay. Hey, I got some other good, surprising, great, happy news. My fiber lasers showed up. So now I can cut and engrave like up to, I think it's 90 thousandths. Depends on how many passes I do, but I can cut metal with the laser. It's actually pretty cool.
How much power is that?
I have a 50-watt laser.
Oh.
What wavelength?
Up down right. Obvious. So my 50-watt laser, it's actually really cool. I've been cutting with it, marking with it lately.
What wavelength?
It's fiber. I can't remember exactly the wavelength. 540, something like that.
540 nanometers.
It's fiber. It's the laser light that goes through the fiber, and it cuts metal, marks and cuts metal.
Oh.
It's a really small working space, though. Well, I'm at my destination, so I need to get going. My daughter is laughing at me at how I'm parking.
Yeah, he can't park. No,
Um,
it's okay. It's fine.
are you going to be in town for a while, Ray?
The rest of the week.
The rest of the week plus a few days. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get a hold of you. I just put a link, Art, into the description. I can't find that specific Mecanum wheel
You
But-
put a
Well, we can
link-
design
you-
anything.
Where'd you put the link?
in the chat box.
So you're gonna publish these chat boxes, right?
Yeah,
You just got to click on the chat box.
I'll try to remember to do that.
Yeah, well, the problem is when the chat box goes away, when we ring off the meeting, you don't have a recording of the chat box in the video that you record and post.
Yeah, I'll try to remember to do that.
You can copy and paste off that.
Anyway, there's a couple. We're running out of time again. There's a couple of car chassis that are cheaper than actually buying the Mecanum wheels that come with the Mecanum wheels. So,
Hey, make a list and let's do that.
do what?
Leroy, make a list. Let's do that. I wouldn't mind doing that. You know me. I want to design some. I want to design my own little Omni Duino clone.
Well, I'll bookmark this one, but there's one that's using the TT gear motors, not the N20 gear motors. So,
Well, I want the TT motor style
yeah.
because I have
Well,
a crap load
anyway-
of those gearbox.
By the way, Ray, that I bought that off of eBay. That kit,
Okay.
Omni Duino, was available on eBay, and
Yeah.
as I recall, I gave about $100 for it.
I
I want to be able to design the whole thing and build them for like 30.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one here that I just published is $35, $36 on eBay. Comes with the 4 motors, the 4 wheels, and a metal chassis for $36.
Okay.
But it doesn't come with any instructions or anything. So
No controller.
no.
I want to do a whole controller, whole robot, everything for like $34.
I know.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay.
All right. Well, I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later.
Peter.
See
Again.
you later, Ray.
Bye.
Bye.
You got another Pepsi converter there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Man.
But you might be better off or buying another whole cheap kit than buying just one single motor.
Well, I don't want to buy a motor. I want to buy the wheel.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I meant. The stupid wheels. I paid $12 for what I thought was a bigger wheel because $12 was a good deal, and I got a little teeny tiny wheel for $12, and I was like,
That was 4 of them, or that was one?
that was one. And it was
Ooh.
small. It was big. It was just slightly bigger than a quarter. And I was like, that's completely useless
Okay.
for $12. So for $36, buying another whole chassis with the wheels might actually be your better option.
Yeah, that's true. This time I won't screw them up assembling them. Do most of these make 'em wheels come with this hub you got to snap in?
Yeah, it kind of sort of depends. This one came with an extra little shaft dealie to adapt it to the TT motors.
Yeah, well, that was what this was for.
Yeah,
This was obviously a snap-in that was designed to fit the shaft for this particular motor.
right.
So,
Yeah. So this one came with not good instructions, but I was able to find instructions for it online. You see how I don't know. Can you see how the wheels point?
Yeah.
So they
Yeah, you got to get the right wheel on the right corner of the robot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's important too. If you don't get them on the right
Well,
thing, it
I
won't
got
act
that
like
right. Actually, I got that right. I just screwed up that hub. That's all.
Yeah.
And actually, it'll run with that hub. It just, that one wheel is kind of outboard. So,
Yeah. This one here is kind of like that because they're just not great things, but you're also not paying thousands of dollars for
this is
for
true.
one.
This is true.
And to learn how they all work, it's a good price. I think I paid about $100 for that one with the controller and everything on it.
Yeah.
So that wasn't bad.
Well,
But,
this uses an Arduino clone, but the board isn't the same size and shape.
right.
In other words, it's a custom board, but it is electronically equivalent to an Arduino Uno. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, I noticed that on their website. They've designed their own board, which is fine.
what happened? Oh,
I have no
That's
idea.
that's
what.
neat fooling around. That is a screenshot of the us talking.
Oh.
I'll stop the share.
oh, okay, cool.
It also captured the
The links.
yeah, but
Yeah.
you can't copy from that. But that's Windows print screens. All it is. You can copy anything, print anything, or
Well,
get a screen
like-
capture of anything.
Like I said, Art, you might just be better off buying another whole chassis kit
That's
without the
probably,
electronics.
by the time I finish screwing around, you're probably right. Would save me a lot of time just to buy another one. Assuming this one doesn't run okay. I haven't loaded the software and haven't tried to run it yet. So
Right.
I would do a response on eBay to the customer, and you can do that and say, I broke one of the wheels trying to put it together.
well, this is I bought it not on eBay. I bought it at Amazon.
Okay. Should be able to contact the seller on Amazon.
That's
I
true.
broke one of the wheels.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazon loves you much more than eBay anyway.
Your instructions are horrible. And I broke one of the wheels.
Well, actually, there was no instruction there. The instruction consisted of a series of pictures of various subassemblies going together. But there wasn't. But there was not a picture for putting the hub on the wheel. It just showed.
1 minute warning, guys.
Okay.
Any parting shots? No?
I'm sorry.
Any parting shots?
No.
California, Ohio jokes? You want to get Ohio jokes?
No.
Oh, Mike DeWine.
Or are they going to recall your governor?
Who? Not
Uh,
not likely.
No.
Not likely. His track record isn't much worse than a bunch of others. So
Oh, okay.
everybody's managed to screw up this coronavirus response. So, matter of fact, he was in good shape until he started the reopening thing, and that